Can't believe I'm saying this right now, but NBA 2K21 or NBA 2K in general just dropped some information, a lot of information about NBA 2K21. As you guys know, it is August 1st and we have heard literally nothing. Actually, you know what? I take that back. We got the loading screen for NBA 2K21, but that's it. It's a month until release and we've heard nothing about a product that we've been able to pre-order. Probably, I want to say like 2 months ago, something like that. But today we actually got information about NBA 2K21. And no, I'm not talking about leaks. I'm not talking about anonymous Reddit posts or anything like that. I'm talking about actual stuff from the 2K developers, an actual 2K developer in Mike Wang, and there's LD2K, and they did an interview with Agent 00. I'm actually shocked that they did an interview with Agent 00 because I always thought that 2K, not specifically 2K, but Ronnie and Agent didn't really see like eye to eye or anything like that. So I didn't know if he'd ever actually be featured on the show, but he was, and we got a lot of information about NBA 2K21. Now, before we dive into that, I want to touch on the My Team game mode real quick, because I know there's a lot of people who watch these videos who are My Team fans, and I respect that because My Team's cool. There's actually going to be a lot of people playing My Team in 2K21 because that's the only game mode that carries over to next gen from current gen. So talking about My Team briefly, because they briefly went over it, but the video I show you, they're not going to be talking about My Team. They're basically going to be talking about 2K21 in general and the gameplay and things like that. So My Team, for all you fans out there are 3 bullet points that I'm going to go over. So these 3 are right here on your screen, and it says card evolution will return, and you will have more control on how to evolve Evo cards. I got a little bit of a tongue twister there. Second bullet point is My Team Unlimited is returning with new ways to compete, which is a big thing. I actually tried to get into My Team, but I felt like there really wasn't many game modes you could play. You could play Triple Threat Online, and then you could play My Team Unlimited, and My Team Unlimited and NBA 2K21 was just borderline unplayable with some of the lineups people ran. And then the last bullet point was you will be competing for championship rings in 2K21. Now this could be exciting because this could mean leaderboards for My Team. When I read this, that's the first thing I thought. If you finish like top 5 in a certain season of 2K, you get a championship ring, or maybe it's for top 3. I'm not really too sure, but those are the 3 bullet points for the My Team game mode. Now in terms of 2K21 in general, you guys need to listen. This is going to be a 5-minute video clip that you guys watch. The reason why I'm giving you guys such a long video clip is because I don't want you guys to miss any of the information. Hopefully none of the stuff gets copyrighted or anything like that, but this is an interview that is going to tell you everything that you guys would need to know for NBA 2K21. It is official word from Mike Wang, a developer, and the people who work at 2K. So I'm going to leave you guys with this 5.5 minute, 6-minute interview. You guys can watch it, and then we'll talk briefly, and then we'll wrap up the video. But here's the interview. Hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you in a bit.
Wondering the same thing. What is NBA 2K21 all about, both current gen and next gen?
So we're going directly to the developers to ask.
Gameplay director Mike Wang joins us here on 2K TV. Mike, how are you?
Hey, it's great to see you guys.
How has development been staying at home during this tough period?
Oh man, it's been a whirlwind. I mean, like, I think at first it was a little bit rocky. We're all trying to learn the ropes, and over time it's gotten smoother and smoother, and now we're pretty much 100% efficiency, and we're going strong.
We're so excited to have you back on the show as always, but Mike, I know you can't give away everything, but the big question has been, is next gen just going to be the same game but 2.0? What can you tell us?
It's absolutely not, Alexis, and I think that's something that we're so excited about, is that we've actually taken the current gen version of the game and we split development between VC Novato and our studio in LA called VC South. And so they've done a great job just taking that game to the next level, while the team in Novato is focused on the next gen version. You're going to find that the next gen game is going to be everything that you have in the current gen version, but just so much more in terms of like what you can do. The breadth of the title is so much more. There's so much more content, so much, it just feels completely different. So it's a very different beast, and if you have the means, I highly recommend to all our fans to save up for that next gen version because it's going to be a great one.
Now, Mike, with all this new technology, what does that mean for gameplay in NBA 2K21 for the next generation?
Yeah, and that's, whenever we have a new console year, that's something that always excites us as developers because we're always able to look and kind of dream bigger. And for us, it just meant, faster processing. It meant more memory. Just the ability to do things that we couldn't do in last generation. And so for us, I think the big next step you're going to see is just immediately when you play the game, it's going to feel completely different. From there, we're able to just add so much more on top of that to make it feel even better. So
All right, let's talk specific modes. Anything new that you can tell us about?
Well, we didn't want to unveil too much new stuff today with new modes. But one thing I will say is that fans of the WNBA are going to be very excited for what we're bringing to the table with Next Gen.
Obviously, the 2K community wants to know more about 2K21, so we wanted to invite one member of the 2K community on the show today.
Welcome, Agent 00 to 2K TV. Agent, what has been up lately?
I've just been focusing on content, to be honest with you. That's really been it. That's been my life. Every moment from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm just working on some kind of different video. Mike, you've been ghost, man. We've just been like, man, where Mike at? We just want to hear something from Mike.
I can either tweet or I can make a game, my man.
Word, and we'd rather have you making the game. I bet.
Agent, as we come to a close on 2K20, what was your favorite part of that game?
Honestly, my favorite part is just playing with my friends at the end of the day, but I'm on the park most of the time anyway. So I'm just looking for new park experiences. Actually, this is mad underrated, is team up. I found out I like team up because I never really played on that side of things. And I played a game with you, LD, and I was like, man, this is a genuine good time. And yeah, LD, you put me on, I'm not gonna lie, you was out there balling with Kobe.
Yeah, we got those W's, Agent, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're representing the 2K community right now. If there's anything you could ask Mike, what would it be?
It's all gonna be things he can't say, like when's it dropping? Like I need to know everything, man. Like, hey, Mike, just want you to know you are appreciated. I know the devs don't hear that all the time, but I know you be working day in and day out.
Appreciate it, Agent. What kind of questions are you asking specifically?
Like, yo, when's the game release? Is it gonna release for PS4? When's the PS5 gonna release? Is there gonna be gameplay differences?
Well, I can't talk about release dates yet. A little bit later than usual, I'll say that.
Yeah.
For Next Gen, we're talking Next Gen. Gameplay differences, there's gonna be a lot. There's some similarities between the two, but they share the same kind of DNA, but Next Gen just has a lot more of everything.
What's been your focus going into the year?
How can we make the game fun? And I know that sounds kind of dumb, but a lot of times from the dev standpoint, we're like, how can we make the game more realistic? Or how can we make it look more like, what we see on TV? And sometimes those things aren't equal, right? Sometimes a really fun game is not necessarily the most realistic game. Right. So we went through a lot of just different meetings and design ideas of like, well, what's not fun in 2K, and we got called out by some NBA players of what wasn't fun.
Like ass grinding,
that kind of stuff. Like throwing the ball away on cherry pick passes.
Right.
Things you didn't have control over.
That's dope. Actually, you're saying exactly what I like to hear. And this is the first time for you guys in a while where you had like a generation jump. Is there anything like you're real excited about? There's
some really cool stuff with movement, I'll say that. The movement and the feel of the game from current gen to next gen is like this giant leap. And on top of that, I'm not a graphics guy, I'm not an artist, but when I look at it as a fan of the game, I'm like, man, I'm blown away by what that team has accomplished too. So it just looks incredible. It's like the lighting looks crazy, the details and the texture of the skin, everything just looks so lifelike.
That's awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, you get me excited.
So Agent, you've been really vocal about gameplay in a lot of the videos and the content that you create. You play a lot of Pro-Am, you play a lot of Park. What's one thing you want to see improved on from a gameplay standpoint?
There needs to be like a variety of like effective animations. What I saw happen a couple times in 2K20 was when there was something like that behind the back, everybody was spamming it. When that was nerfed, it's like now there's really nothing to use. I prefer if there was more effective animations than no effective animations, if that makes sense. But Mike hit on the point a little bit earlier, is it's a video game. And I know the balance can be kind of difficult sometimes because it's a simulation game, you want it to be like real life. But when I am playing video games, I'm playing to have fun. Honestly, I like it when the game is more fast-paced. When the game is a little bit slowed down, it kind of just feels like, man, those aren't, like, they need to be NBA players, they're athletic.
No, I mean, that's a good point to have, but it's always about coming back to the fans. And Mike, now this is your chance to ask Agent a question, maybe about gameplay or 2K20 or 2K21. What's on your mind, Mike?
This idea of esports. I know a lot of people complain about dice rolls and missing full whites. Like, do you think that's something we need to go like to the extreme with? What I'm scared of, I guess, is like we make Team Pro-Am or something. Make it so that if you don't get a perfect release, you'll miss every single time. Like, is that an experience you think people will want?
I just divide it up. I mean, that's what a lot of games do. So it's like, how when you choose and you log into the games, like what difficulty you're gonna play on. It's like, if there's a fun, unranked mode where it doesn't have to have a huge skill gap, you're just in there to have a good time with your friends, And when you go ranked, it's like, oh, now we getting serious. Like, you can't mess up your release in a ranked mode. I feel like that's the only way to keep like both sides of the people happy. The casual people that just want to hop on the game and have fun, and the competitive guys who are in there to try and get as good as humanly possible. I think you knew that though, Mike.
Yeah, I just like to hear it.
Agent 00, thank you so much for joining us today on 2K TV. Mike, thank you as well. Every time you're on, we are all listening and paying attention.
Well, thanks so much for having me. It's exciting being here and seeing you guys. Taking a little break from work, but I'm gonna go get back to it right now.
Yeah, it was awesome, and thank you so much for talking to the 2K community. I know they appreciate that so much, and like they said, OGs recognize you, we all recognize you, you're doing a great job, and we cannot wait for next gen and this next 2K21 launch.
Appreciate it, and we hope the community loves all the effort that's going in, because there's going to be some great stuff for them this year.
I think that was a little longer than I anticipated, but there was a lot of information in regards to 2K21, and as you guys can see, it's from the official members of 2K development team and everyone who actually works with the game. It's not a leak, it's nothing like that. This is official word with video evidence, so no more clickbaiting leaks or anything like that. This is official news. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to leave what you think was the best thing you heard about 2K21 in the comment section below, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.